I'm here. I am not dead. Um, Gone back to work. My voice is still not better than it was doing yesterday. I had this thing when I would start working, um, and I'd be away from people and I wouldn't talk. And the second somebody asked me a question, it sounded like I just woke up, even though I was like pouring sweat from working so much. So that's gone. What throws me off about these two is I also have the DS collection, but every single time I think about that, I'm like, I should probably play the regular games and the advanced games first. So the DS games are also good, but they're a lot like these. Um, oh, you know what? I found the thing. Let's see if this works. So the other day when I had tried playing this, when I finally got the um the Legion Go set up properly, um, the two issues I hit were the frame rate instantly shot up crazy high. Let's see. I don't actually want to. Yeah, I think what I should have done is I probably should have played. I probably should have played Castlevania because to finish some of these, I haven't finished any Castlevania games. I finished Symphony of the Night back in the day, and I think that's it. Yeah, whatever. Right, here we go. That's right. This game does this really weird thing where if you want to play an original without scan lines, it's super zoom, like it's zoomed out, and then you got pixel perfect, which is a little bit wider, I guess. But if you put scan lines on, it makes it so it's like stretched top to bottom, which doesn't make any sense. This is like, this is an ideal Saturday night game for me. I can remember being a kid, and I might not have, I knew it was like, oh man, I want to play Contra, and to me this was Contra. I didn't know there was like an original Contra. I knew this, Contra 3, and then Contra Hardcore. When I played the original Contra way later, I was like, what the hell is this? It's the same kind of game, especially with Nintendo, but this one to me has always felt like it has a little more going on. I guess just in terms of like enemy placement and stuff. I don't know what the consensus is in terms of how people feel about the entire series. Like, you know, I know some people love the original Contra because it's the original. Bad muscle memory time. There we go. We should be alright. And I feel like I definitely like gamed the system to get through that right there. What's going on? Phone's in my pocket. Oh man. I'm gonna do one of these. Yep. Let's go. Good God. I can feel my voice trying to do the thing now. The thing where it just sounds like it's just like, it's like drying. Like that. Red guys that shoot, just gotta be just the red guys shoot. Where the hell's the laser at? People. New Running Man movie came out, and I'm sitting here playing this, and all I can think is like, man, it'd be really cool if Smash 3 was still around in some format. Shoot, I made a mistake. We're good. We're good. We worked it out. Got another guy. I got my mans. Levels that have snipers in it. I love these levels. Any level in the Contra game that has snipers in it is the funniest thing in the world. You usually see them, but you can't do anything about it. Not those guys. Those guys are fine. Oh, that guy up there in the trees. You can't do anything about him. seconds. Gosh, man, the game's cheating, man. Um, Hold on a second. I'm back, my bad. That was a little bit. I think it's weird. Like sometimes I want to go out there, but he won't stay. When we're out there working. Jeez. Funny about this whole thing is that there's only like a couple of them that seem to be actually all the way down. I don't know. I guess I suck. You think you try shooting them? I don't remember. Contra 1 is a game I consider and like playthrough, but other ones not so much. But again, I have a soft spot for this because this is the first Contra game I remember playing. It's like whenever I talk about my dumb Ninja Gaiden story, where like the first game I remember playing on Nintendo was Ninja Gaiden 2. I remember that. I remember us having Mario 3. I remember, playing the WrestleMania game. There's a handful of other games too. There was Castlevania 2, the first Castlevania I played. Made sense out of it. It only took me 3 continues. Ooh. It's the weird forklift thing. Yeah, no, this is... What a dick. I think I died here a few times. It was this stupid grenade. It was this thing right here. That one. I'm not surprised, but I'm a little bit bummed that the Mortal Kombat Collection didn't go sale for the holidays when it just came out recently. So I just wanted to double dip. Hey, what's up? That's where I keep dying. Where I kept dying at before. For no reason. I've never had that issue before. It's so weird. I wish I was good enough to like play. I'm like, oh, it's a little low. It's like, nope, it's just lack of skill. There we go. Much better. Better than last time. I kept running into the edge of the stupid grenade explosions. Cool. I don't think I had any major issues here. No, my issue here was that it wasn't an issue. This took me super long to finish the level because I didn't have any power-ups, but I think I got to the end. Because of what just almost happened. Same thing. This guy, this dude. That's fine. Here's the cover system. Good, good. Making progress. And this for this part makes this so much easier. Just because of the way the enemies are spread out. Like when you don't have to be super precise right there, it's so much easier. When you get here, it's whatever. Because this thing is just attrition. That's one. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's my reason. That's why I was doing bad. There we go. Much better. I wonder if I can come on. There we go. Let's see. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. There we go. Heck yeah. I remember when Contra 4 came out, so I'm looking at the way that these levels are designed right now, or the enemy placement is or whatever. And Contra 4 had, you play it and everything's fine, it's whatever. It's a new Contra game, cool. It's a new 2D Contra game, and it was in the DS. And if you've seen the original arcade Contra, the screen is vertical. This game, you know, obviously the Nintendo one isn't, because how would you do that? But Contra 4 decided to use the dual screen format to place enemies, you know, wherever. And the first time that you're playing the game and you see an enemy and you'll be going and you just die. You're like, what the hell happened? And you have to realize, like, oh, there's an enemy on the top corner of the screen that's shot down at an angle and it hits you. And like, you can see the bullet traveling between the border and then coming down. Changes everything. I didn't, you know, so there was speaking of hardcore, there was a PS3 game that came out. I don't think it's called Contra. I think it's called Hardcore Uprising, which I've always meant to go back and play. I don't remember why I didn't play it when it came out, because I was listening to podcasts at that point that were, you know, specializing in retro games. I remember they wouldn't stop talking about it. But maybe, I don't know, there's a long period of time, maybe a couple of years, where I just decided I didn't want to pay for like good internet, because I wasn't really playing anything online anyway. So instead, what I would do is I would take my like PlayStation or my PC somewhere and like download whatever game I wanted and just play it in offline mode. Caveman times. Heck yeah. I remember renting Hardcore and just being like, I thought the game looked so cool. I was also terrible at it. Okay. Yeah, I had that coming. Oh, I didn't remember that. Oh, man. It's the future of warfare right here, dude. Shoot. I remember getting to the end of Gears of War 2. People love Gears of War 2. Never finished it. The reason I didn't finish it is because Gears of War 1 I thought was a cool game. I still think Gears 1 is pretty neat. Gears 2, there was something about the game where after, you know, Gears 1 had been around for a while, everybody was excited for 2, and 2 came out. I was like, Gears 2 to me felt like fake Contra. Like, if you see these dudes here, like, he's, you know, running around holding this machine gun, everything is a machine gun. I can't tell if it's slung over his shoulder. It's probably just the way he's holding it. He's probably holding it like this or whatever. No shirt on, running through whatever, doing flips and stuff. Gears of War always felt like a modern Contra. By the time I got to the end of Gears of War 2, it felt even more like, oh, they're just trying to do, like, what if Contra was, like, modern and turn it to, like, 11. And I couldn't. Oh gosh. It's such a slow, agonizing death because you can't jump off of that when you're on it. Oh, almost up again. No. I didn't remember this. I remember seeing this thing before, but I don't remember having to fight it. I said I never finished this specific game. I finished the first one plenty of times. My dad, when he passed away a few years ago, well, when he was sick, for some reason, I was like, you know what would be really cool to do? Because I was going to see him in the hospital every single day. So he was in hospice. I was like, what if I could just beat Contra? And that'd be like, alright, because he would be asleep half the time to visit him, like he was in the hospital before he came home. So I just got really good at playing through Contra 1. I think I played it through on my phone. I played it through on like one of the handhelds I have at the time. I had the Ambernick RG351V, the black one. It's like clear transparent. Or black transparent, I guess. Like a smoke gray. Oof. Oh, damn. Yeah, there we go. Man. Contra. I feel like if I don't just kill this thing, what's gonna happen is that, yeah, I was gonna say, the little thing over there is gonna, like, if I kill that, the thing in the middle is probably gonna shoot a lot more. I think this is my first continue for this attempt. I don't want to do this. I don't know what this is. I don't want to do it. Oh, the balls. I remember the balls. Man. I really... Man. Politics. Like, I really... The thing that's been on my mind all day, because it didn't work, was people talking about, not people. There's, one other person that was talking about, the whole Venezuela thing. Yo, that shit, that's insane. To me, like, I woke up this morning, I was like, oh, I guess you can just do that now. I guess that's just the thing that just happens. That's wild. And then there was a press conference about it, too. Man. The audacity. I thought I hit the jump button, but I guess not. My dad, when he was in the hospital, I would leave work and I'd go sit up with him for like the first time it happened. He was in there for like 6 months or whatever, and he came home and he got way better, and he lived for like years after that. They didn't think he was gonna get through that time right there. And he was in the second time, and it was like, oh hey, this is terminal. Like he's only got so long to go. Before it got to that point, the thing about my dad is that my dad was always just like super like, whatever. He didn't care. Whatever, just chill about a lot of stuff. So I go see him in the hospital. He's like, hey, what do you want to do? And he's like, you know, he seemed like he enjoyed having somebody there, but at the same time, I'd be like, oh, what do you want to watch? You want to watch a movie together or whatever? You want to play a game? You want to read a book? You want to just hang out? You want to check your voicemail or something? And he just wouldn't say anything to me. And it wasn't like he just like didn't. It's not like he was being like a jerk or anything like that. It was just like, that's just the way he always was. Like, he was just used to just having chill moments. So that's why when he was in there, I was like, alright, I'm gonna go see this man every single day, and he's not gonna be paying any attention. It's like, I might as well figure out how to play this damn game. I might as well get good at Contra. I don't know if I still am. I'm probably super rusty now. It's been years since I finished that game. I think, honestly, it's probably been like 6 months I just forgot about it. Nice. Stand those are like right in my face. What is this crazy military technology where they're like, hey, we want you to join our military? All you gotta do is fight 2 dudes. But I'm gonna warn you, they're gonna run through here with no shirts on and machine guns, doing flips. Just watch out for them. But yeah, if you need any help, you have the wings. What am I supposed to do with that? Also, if you're wearing red, you either also have to do flips, or you have to shoot them. That's contra bad guys. Like that's it. It's like if you're wearing red, you have to do something. If you're not, just walk out there and try to touch them. They're scared of cooties. I'm not a huge spread shot fan anymore. When I was younger, I was. This podcast I used to listen to, I remember one of the hosts that was talking about the weapons in Contra, and he had mentioned, somebody was talking about how much the laser sucked, and then he mentioned how to use the laser, and since then, I mean, the laser's so good. That it? That's the bad guy? It's like a giant chandelier. Great. I guess they can't all be created equal. Oh, hey look, it's a 2-player killer. Oh man, they have levels in this game where I'm like, yeah, have you played this game with 2 players? This is the level here where you'll die. Like, this is the level that will break friendships. Because what'll happen is, any of the levels that are designed like this, if one player goes faster than the other, like say if the other person's down, like, oh, I want to do the power up, and then you scroll up, they die. So you have to be on like the exact same page, and it makes some of these super hard. Peewee. I need to get rid of that bone. This dog has had this bone for like months. The problem is that like, it's a bone that had a filling in it, had like a peanut butter filling in it, and he loved that part. But he pulled like an anteater, and he would just like try to use his tongue to get the thing out, get the flavor out. So now that he can't, he like kind of chews away at it when he can. He doesn't really have an interest in it unless he's restless, like right now. Oof. Bad news. Damn. Bad news boulders. I saw it when it was there, where there's nothing I could do to get away from it. Funny because he doesn't really like peanut butter like that. Like, I think peanut butter occasionally makes him like sick, but in that thing's case, I didn't realize that's what the filling was. Like, he loved it. I don't even think it's peanut butter that makes him sick. I think his problem is that he doesn't know how to like pace himself. If you give him anything, he's like, I have to eat this all right now. Oh. Damn it. Sorry. Gotta watch out for the rocks. That's the one that got me last time. That's the one that got me this time. Oh, cool. Oh, I don't like that thing. Here. What the hell is that? What the hell is that? Oh, man. Oh, all that way. All right. This thing is just like, I was thinking he was sick because at a certain point, like over the last few weeks, I give him water and then he would throw up like instantly. Like he could have been sitting inside, he could have been asleep on the couch, and I usually get a bottle of water out of the fridge and just pour it in his bowl. And I was thinking that was doing it, and like I realized like no, the problem is that he doesn't know how to pace himself. So if you go get a bottle of water, he could have just had water. And then he'll go in there and he'll just like chug it. And then the second he'll like sit there and he'll look at you and like try to like put his paws up on your shoulder, and he just throws up. And he throws up again and he throws up again. And it's just water. It's nothing. So now I have to give him lukewarm water and I have to like give him half of what I was giving him before. I mean, this is Contra. I don't really care for this version. Super Contra's not even real. I want to see what this is. I know what game it is, I just don't know what's different about it. Whatever, I'm gonna ruin this. I remember reading about the differences in the Sonic the Hedgehog games between like the US and like the Japanese version. I think it's Sonic 1. It might be all of them, but like the clouds move or something like that. It's like the clouds move and it's something else. I think Contra, I think the Japanese version occasionally has like the levels that have trees, the trees will like sway in the wind, which I think is really cool. And I think well, this one obviously doesn't, but I think some of the games give you like hit points or something. I think that's what they did with hardcore. I think hardcore in Japan, instead of it just being like a hard game, it was like you can take a couple of hits before you die. It was one of those like weird rental market games they did for the US. Oof. No good. Oh, I survived. But at what cost? Oh, my spread shot's gone too. That was the whole reason I died. Damn, it really feels like it shoots faster. I don't think it's shooting faster. I think it's a widescreen. This is like sitting here in this room right now. This is a 27-inch monitor I'm playing on 1080p. Um, Even looking at the handheld itself, like I feel like if I showed myself this game as a kid on like a widescreen display and it's this big, like, I'm looking at this TV I have in my room. I got a CRT and it's probably maybe like 24 inches or something, maybe a little bit less than that, which is cool for all my retro games and stuff. But like this screen is technically bigger than that is. And like back then, the TV I have in here feels like it would have cost like so much money. Like my family would have been like, this is the family TV. I actually watched the movie Carrie finally the other day because while I was sick because I couldn't really do too much else. So I was watching like I watched Carrie, Christine, and I'd seen it before, but I hadn't seen the first Evil Dead in forever. So I watched all three of those back to back. Um, there's a scene in Carrie. I think it's Carrie. Could have been Christine. Um, yeah, actually, it's Carrie because of the situation. But somebody's sitting in their living room watching a TV, and the TV is like, it's on a table, pulled up as close as it can get to them. And I'm like, man, yeah, this TV is like 15 inches. And I know they think they've got like a huge TV. It's something like 79 or something. I don't feel any real difference in this game right now. I know the Japanese version of Contra, which is on the main menu, like with the English versions. The biggest difference in that game is that it's got cutscenes. I think it's got cutscenes, and I think it has a map of like where you're going to. Man, speaking of Japan getting the cooler versions, like when I was younger, I wanted to go there so bad. And I've got friends that moved there, but I guess over the years, I think what happened is just like, I don't know, like for them, I was into anime when I was younger, but not so much anymore. So losing the appeal of like anime and then like games becoming more, I feel like games are more global now. Like, what, a few years ago, like Vampire Survivors was like the top game um, anybody was talking about. And like that's a game from like some random dude, like one person made it. Um, I don't think it counts as a JR. Maybe does it? Does it? Claire Obscure. Like that game won all those Game of the Year awards, and it's French, and it's an indie game too. Technically, it's an indie game. Man, this is what happened the first time. Wait, I want to. Only got the one life left. You son of a gun. Go. Oh, no. We don't need it. We got this. We don't have this, but we got this. Yeah, buddy. Life. Alright. This is the thing I can jump on top of. Just play it safe. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. How was that like a mid-boss? That's like the first real one. Oh, great. I have to be patient. None of this matters. There is no timer. Ah, oh, man. I said that and then I died anyway. It's all good. Almost there, right? There we go. This thing is right. Yeah. Games with crotch trap. Crotch chops. There we go. Balls. Like this. I'm looking at this, and I see these little balls, and I can think of these Metroids. I'm just having flashbacks to finishing Metroid Prime. Just be like, man, that game is not necessarily hard. It's just that it does such a bad job of like, it's almost open, but it doesn't have the same freedom that Super Metroid gives you. So when you don't know what to do, there's only one thing you can do, but sometimes it's not really clear because it's not a thing that you had to do before, which is what was throwing me off in that game the most. It's fine. safe. Be well. Oh my gosh. All right. We're good. We're good. We got this. Ah, I got it. I got a chance. Actually, I think this is the stupid weird chandelier thing, right? 'Cause I got a great chance. Get to the end of this game, it's gonna be in Japanese, and I'm like, wait, what? Oof. And on my thing just cranked up, which caught me off guard because it's Contra. Maybe it's in the background download or something. Oh, come on, dude. That's on me. Using the jumpsuits, the purple jumpsuits running after me. The purple Adidas. I guess they're vests. They got matching baseball caps too. That's got to be a baseball cap. Maybe it's a beret. Can't really tell. That's like all 3 frames of animation for them right there too, which is funny. this? Oh, dude, that's right. Because this was... I couldn't figure out why I didn't kill those little things right there, and I tried. Ooh. Oh boy. Holy moly. Let me see how many areas are in this game. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. 8. This is what, 5? Oh man. Bummer. We're not alright. Without getting more power-ups here, I think our biggest issue is going to be not dying here. This thing does it like a dive bomb too, sweet. Oh, come on. That dude jumped at me. Give me another continue. Get more continues in the Japanese version? Maybe it just doesn't give you a game over instantly. It is also big. Man, it's messed up again. But I guess I didn't. Oh, I went for it right there. I know that rock is coming. I guess I keep thinking, like, you know, this is gonna be my day. This is gonna be the day the rock doesn't touch me. But then the rock says, "No rule, shut your mouth." Alright, we're good. These things just go straight down. Oh, shoot. Come on, man. Only reason I lost is because I couldn't read the language, so that's my excuse. Look at that old ass controller with like a... No. The Xbox controller had a... That's the battery pack in the back. I was thinking it was like a rumble pack or something. No, the Xbox 360 controller vibrated, but it used the battery pack. The first one I got was because I just wanted the 360 and I didn't have a lot of money at the time, so I got the 360 arcade, which came with like no internal memory, which was fine in the beginning, and you'd have to buy the hard drive separate, which was like a 20 gig. I think the 20 gig was like $100 or something, and it like attached to the top like a fucking tumor. Man, good times. Mid Dracula. So we get Castlevania 2, 3. I think 3 is the one that the Netflix series is based on. Castlevania 4, which is a reboot of the first one. Castlevania Adventure. Is this? Which one is this? They don't tell you who you play as. Belmont's Revenge. I think there's another one called Castlevania Legend or something. Christopher Belmont. Bloodlines. This game was so cool back then. It just seemed so edgy. As a person who I was into the idea of horror and I was into reading scary books, but I couldn't watch horror movies, like, terrified me. Playing this, after playing, again, the first one I played was this, which learning how to read and seeing this game was just like, oh man, this game is so cool, so full of mysteries, and maybe somebody will let you borrow the Nintendo Power that explains some of the secrets. I didn't even know this game existed. I think I saw it. I feel like I went to a rental place, like a mom and pop shop in the early 90s, and I can remember seeing this game but not knowing what it was because I couldn't really read, and I didn't understand, like, I know Castlevania, I know Simon's Quest because I think this is what the book was based on, but I don't know what this is. What the heck is a Dracula? And I remember seeing this and, you know, renting this, and it's whatever. I finished it. This is the one that I finished. Didn't know these two games existed back then. And again, renting this, and this blew my mind. I think because I had a Sega Genesis before my Super Nintendo. I probably would have had my Genesis when this game was out. And then maybe like 94, I think around 94 is probably when I got my Super Nintendo. I think I got a Genesis in like 92, 93. Whenever Street Fighter 2 came out. I got it that Christmas. So I played this. I think I played this afterwards. And like going from here to here, this could technically be a better game. This game feels harder to me, but like, this is a game that you can, it's breezy. I feel like you can just play through this game. I don't think there's you might have unlimited continues. I think there's a password system and stuff too. This has a password system, but this game just feels a lot more difficult. And then giving you a choice between a is it Quincy Morrison and Eric Lacard, which is like a guy. You've got the one that's like the relative of the guy from the original Dracula novel, and then you've got this other dude who's got a staff, and it made you change how you play the game. Cool times. This has the you can sit there and ding a little bit. The Dominus Collection is the one I want to go to. That's the one that, like, when they released it, I was like, man, there's no way they're gonna put those games back out. And people talk really, really, really positively about, like, I think it's Order of Ecclesia. That'd be Portrait of Ruin. I thought it was Order of Ecclesia though. But people talk really positively about those games. When the first one, oh man. Whatever the first DS one is, that came out when I was working my first job. I was giving out free samples at a Sam's Club, and I had managed to save up enough money to get a DS. Like, that's, I think the DS was the first handheld I bought on my own, and then I got a 360, which is the first console I bought on my own. But I had when that first DS Castlevania game came out, like, I was all over it. And I distinctly remember sitting there on like Tuesdays, Wednesdays, giving out free samples. Nobody's there on a weekday. And the building closed up at like 8 or 9 o'clock or whatever. So it's like they didn't have a lot of time. You know, people work Monday through Friday. They get out of work maybe around like 7 o'clock. They come through. And by that time, we got to start cleaning up. I think my shift ended at like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I'd sit there in my steel little display unit or whatever, and it had a pull-out drawer with all my, you know, supplies. Like, I had sanitizer, I had paper towels, whatever else I needed in there, maybe like a checklist, just like a safety thing or whatever. And I would put the DS in there, and because I knew no managers were really there, so I'm just sitting there and I'm just for hours just looking down like this. This is before everybody really had cell phones too, like at jobs, which is crazy to think about. Like, I remember working there for like a year or so, and this dude comes in there on like a Wednesday, and he's looking at me, and he's talking to me, and I'm like, I don't understand a word he's saying, and he goes like this, and I'm like, what? And he had the old fucking Bluetooth speaker that was like, I feel like it was shaped like a tooth, like the one that hooked onto your ear, and it went down towards your mouth, but it didn't go all the way down. I didn't know what the hell that was. That was my first time seeing one of those. Working that job, but again, like, played so much of that first DS game. I think it's is it Dawn of Sorrow? I think it's Dawn of Sorrow. I remember going to the midnight release for the other two, just because I was excited for them, but I didn't finish any of them. Like, when you play the first level of Bloodlines, and you go back and you play this later, like, yeah, this is cool that you can have like a limp whip, but like, look at the damage it does. It would be weird. It's cool that I can do it, but it's useless. Because of those damn speakers, the Bluetooth speakers, to this day, sorry, the Bluetooth earpieces that everybody's using in like 2007 or whatever, to this day, if I have headphones that have like a speaker into them, I don't trust it. Like, I'm sitting there and I'll put the thing on my head, and like, especially if somebody calls or whatever, you can talk like this, you can talk in a regular volume, and a lot of times it picks it up, but for me, I feel like I still need to like yell, or I'll just like disconnect, because I don't trust it. I assume the other person is just being polite and they can't actually hear me. But man, those things were a menace. Like, sitting there and trying to give somebody a sales pitch, I'm like, yeah, so this is why you need Coca-Cola. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get about 6. I'm gonna get about 6 of those right there. And I realized like later, this person's like day trading. They're just doing stocks, but they're looking straight at me with a damn earpiece in. All they want is like a free chicken wing. So, different times. I do like, again, my preference is Bloodlines between this and that Sega Genesis and Super Nintendo, is because that game's got more gore going on, but I really do like the way that they use Mode 7 in this game. I like the way the game looks. It just doesn't have that same. It's hard going from. It's like if you had gone to the arcade. If you were a kid that, you know, like, pardon me. If you're one of the like super Christian kids that, you know, you can play video games, you can't play violent video games. Okay. And your parents get you Clay Fighter, and you're like, man, I've heard of Street Fighter, but this is Clay Fighter. This is so cool. It's like a cartoon or whatever. The second you play Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat, going back to Clay Fighter is difficult. That's what this game feels like. It's like, I can respect it because of what it is, but man, like, I've seen what they can do when they go all the way out with like gore and stuff. Like having that first like werewolf or whatever, where you like kill it and you see it's like body twitching and it's like torn in half. So then you go over here and you play this and it's like, oh, I gotta fight my skeleton dragon thingies. I should have done that. Oh. The thing I do think is really cool about this game is it's not this. It's the second level where you're in my head you're walking through a swamp. Like you're doing this level here, and you get there and you get to the swamp, and there's like, if you stand still for too long, there's like hands that come out of the ground and grab you. That, for some reason, like, I feel like the first time I saw it, legit made me just feel like, oh my god, I'm gonna die. They're so easy to just pick up and play. Just turn a game on, and all of a sudden you're in. And then again, if you get a game over in one of these games, like, well, whatever, I lost like 15 minutes of progress. You can play a game like Dark Souls or something like that, and, you know, you're gonna lose progress anyway, but it's just like, it hits different, as the kids say. That's what the kids still say, right? I'm hip. Like, comparing that dude right there to the damn werewolf thing that you kill, oh, it's so different. I think this game is maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours long. It's a lot longer than you think it is. It's also at the same time like not. It's just one of those things where like, it's, I don't know, man. There's something about this game where every time I play, I'm like, yeah, this feels like a Super Nintendo Castlevania game. This feels so like, I feel like Sega games usually had a lot more like, hey, you got to keep it moving. Hey, we got to show off this blast processing. Hey, you don't have time to stand around and do whatever. And I feel like a lot of Super Nintendo games kind of gave you a little bit more like time to just breathe and take in everything. Those things right there. Like, it doesn't do damage to you. When it grabs you, it's just like, oh man, I can't move. This is another thing I remember hearing about on a podcast where this guy was talking about how he had he remembers being a kid, like at his like grandma's house or something like that. He was playing this game, and like, you know, he was really into it, and he got to this level, and his thing was, oh shoot, he was like, there was a spider, and he kept trying to hit it, and it was like, it just wouldn't die. So he was thinking like maybe he needed to go back to like another level or something like that and like level up, because the spiders right there dropped down. And what he was saying actually happened was there was this spider that was on his TV that was like crawling down the TV, but he thought it was in the game or something, which, like, different times, you know. You look at a game like I mean, maybe NFL 2K. Back when that came out, you're like, oh man, this looks just like real football. Like, you look at it now, you're like, nah, not quite. I didn't get a PS2 at launch. I got it like, I think that same year though. But I remember the big thing for me, I got Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. That was like my big, like, I need this game. I had just moved from Georgia to Florida. Didn't know anybody. So that was my like coping mechanism for that entire winter break. Because I moved around Christmas time, which means like for 2 weeks when I would be hanging out with my friends normally, I had nothing to do. I didn't know anybody. There were no kids outside because it's winter. But I remember looking at like GamePro, and they had a feature where they were showing just different games on the PS2. And there was like Madden 2001, and the PS2 version to me, like, I think when I think about the game now, it looks so real. It wasn't like, you know, you can have like realistic player models, but it was something that they did with the shadows, like on like night games. I've never really gone back to play that game. I think the only Maddens I've played since like the Super Nintendo / Sega Genesis days were like, I played Madden 10. I got really into Madden 2007. I think I played a couple of them on the Wii because of the pretending to throw the ball or whatever. And I think that's it. I might have touched 20. I think I touched Madden 10 because it was like an anniversary game or something. I believe that was the first game. I don't know. I'm sure they don't do it still. But when you started the game off, instead of just like playing, they would put you in like a virtual mode to evaluate your skill level or something to figure out where they want you to be in terms of like difficulty. 2007, I think, is one of the ones that had like the vision cones with the quarterback, where you'd have to like aim before you threw the ball. Oh, come on. Instead of just like pressing like, I don't know, square to throw that receiver, you'd have to like move the right stick, or if you had like a high enough, you know, quarterback skill or whatever, you could like see more of the field. Yeah, those are cool. In my head, that game was cool, but it's never made me want to go back and play Madden. My problem with Madden is I liked NFL 2K, and I never cared for Madden's interface, like modern Madden. It feels a little bit like it's trying to do too much. Alright, let's see. I don't remember having this many issues with these damn spiders. Or not spiders, frogs. There's so little. I guess that's how it goes. Like, I'll play certain games and like, their enemies, man, if I made it there, I wouldn't be dead. Anyway, there's enemies in certain games that I play, and I'm like, I'll just have like one run where like everything's going wrong. It's funny is, so I watched a video recently where this guy was, he was playing old sports games that he hadn't heard of, and he came across the game NFL Extreme. It's like a 20-minute video, and he's like, what the hell is NFL Extreme? And to me, I remember that game. I remember playing a demo disc for that game, I think. But yeah, if you go back and you play those kinds of games, like the arcadey sports games, like say NFL Blitz, the funny thing about Blitz is that you probably forget that like in Blitz, I think you have to do 20 yards for first down or something crazy. The NFL Extreme game is like same thing. It's like 15 yards or something like that before you get a first down. So if you're not paying attention, you're like, man, I got 10. What happened? And you look at it later like, oh. That's back when they would like introduce the sports games with like, they would show people getting like tackled super hard or whatever. NFL, no, that's NHL hits. Nowadays, at least the NFL likes to pretend that it's not a violent sport, which is great. They made I thought about getting the NFL Blitz arcade one up back when that came out, because I think it was one of the last like $300 ones they had. But when they said that they were using like the modern licensing rules and it disabled late hits, I was like, I might as well just not. Because to me, part of what made those games fun is like after you tackle somebody, like, you know, maybe you sack somebody and you just
pull your whole team over there and you just have everybody like tackle the guy when he's down. There was never a point in that game where I was like, oh, I'm gonna go do that in real life. But the NFL, man. Like, people don't get concussions in the NFL. I think these guys are really, they're like dumb, but they're also kind of cool. Watching them like shrink down like that. I'm sure they're using some sort of a weird graphical effect to like clone the models or something. I don't know. I think this level might have one of those like mode 7 effects or something in it. Dumb. I know they want you to feel like you're discovering like a hidden path. I'm like, man, that's nothing. This game has that level. I think it's near the end of the game. It could even be like one of the last levels where the screen looks like this or something. It's like you're going like up a staircase. You might be going towards Dracula's castle, like the throne room or whatever. And like when you look at it, there's like a weird spot, and I think like right there you can like drop down, and there's like a treasure room or something. That feels like a thing. Yeah, I wanted to go backwards. I think the music on this level makes me feel kind of anxious. I also think this has a couple of like really tricky jumps where it's like pixel perfect almost. Is this the, I think this is the sea serpent thingy that you fight. It's like a hydra. Let's see. That's one of them. That is definitely one of those jumps right there. Or if you do it wrong, you man, you just die. All right. What's happening? Man, about to have issues in one of those levels. This is one of those sections I don't remember ever having any major issues, but I can tell it's about to happen right now. Man, I thought that hit me. I was gonna cry. Jeez. So we're trying to give me a damn heart attack.
Yeah, second nerd. Who do you think you are? I am. Well, I think I'm good here. Again, the problem with this game is that the game is like it's cool, but there's no like challenge to it. The best thing in that game is I remember when I finished the Super Nintendo version or whatever, it was on the stream, and there's like these dancing ghosts that you have to fight. And like when I was there, somebody had mentioned their name, like they popped in and they mentioned the name of the characters, and I was like, what? It's Paula Abdul and Fred Askaire. And then I went back and looked at the other enemy names. Like, why are all these enemy names so dumb? But it's so stupid funny too. It's like Paula Abdul. That's such a specific time period. Let's see. Don't I have? I do. I've got this. I'm just gonna watch this intro. Haven't seen it in a while. It's really good. It's a really good intro. I'm semi here.
Demons. Planet, fuck you! 5 minutes of peace! It's our new record! What's that?
Fuck yeah! Let's fucking do this! Punisher! Let's fucking do this! Fuck yeah! High score! Me. You rest with the dead. You try, you die. I win!
All right. Well, it's getting late, so I think I'm going to go ahead and stop for now. Only because I'm not really sure what to play next, and like I said, it is late, so I'm pretty sure I'll be back on later today because it's Sunday. It's my day off. I want to say from I don't know. They told me I'll be working Monday through Thursday again, but I'm like for the next few weeks it'll probably be Monday through Saturday, so I'll only have Sundays off. But I think the days might be shorter, so it won't be too bad. But anyway, I will catch you later. Peace and have a good night. Toodles.